yesterday, Pittsburgh is obviously still in the grieving process. The mayor of the city had asked Donald Trump to please wait before he came. The rabbi emeritus of the Tree of Life had asked Donald Trump, please wait. The president of the synagogue, though he didn't invite Donald Trump, was like, of course, he's the president. If he comes, we will greet him. But it's pretty stunning that ostensibly, right, like even the illusion that this is somehow for the families. And there were several families that said, we have absolutely no interest in this guy coming. But the illusion, now, of course, every president, every politician who goes to these things, there's at least, and I don't know how it breaks down in their minds. And as cynical as I am, I still believe there is a portion, a percentage in which what motivates them is that they know they can go and help people, that it makes a difference to have the president of the United States come and offer his or her condolences. This guy just, I'm going.
Yep.
Because he didn't want to feel either slighted by them by not going, or he thought that it was an important thing for him to do politically.
Can I say the paper towels?
I mean, honestly.
I don't want to be left out, though.
Right. I mean, honestly, but there was no, to have just about everybody involved in this tragedy say, just wait a week. Just wait so that we can deal with what we have to deal with. You're a controversial figure. Please don't come. And to completely ignore it is stunning.
Leadership.
What is also stunning is to see these mourners hit the streets and basically just put their bodies in the streets so that his travelcade cannot pass by. Here's a report from CNN. It is pretty stunning when you think about this, that mourners are out there basically telling Trump, go away.
Yeah, all right, so Caitlin, I want you to stand by not far away. Miguel Marquez is watching the protests unfolding. Only a few blocks, I take it. Miguel, set the scene for us.
We're less than a block away here, Wolf. This is the protest. There are several thousand people in this protest. Now, it was one protest, then two, and then we got to this area. You can hear those sirens. That is the president now leaving this area. Protesters have been completely peaceful, but there are several different groups represented here. I'm going to show you this, Eddie, if you just sit around here. This area, that direction is where the synagogue is. All of those sirens you can hear are the commotion that law enforcement are making as the president is trying to leave. It has been completely peaceful, and at this point it appears that they are actually trying to move these protesters out, which is going to be extraordinarily difficult if they expect to bring the president in this direction. They're trying to back people up. We have seen little more than tears in this neighborhood today, and it has turned into anger as the day has moved on, as people realize that the president is coming. This protest wasn't planned at all 24 hours ago, and in the last 24 hours it has exploded. We weren't sure how many people were going to show up here. There were very few people who had actually signed up to come, and now there are thousands of people in Squirrel here. Look over here, Eddie. There's somebody's being arrested here. There was a large knot of people who moved toward the synagogue, which is about a block away, and were trying to get through the police cordon. You can see the police cars now trying to move the crowd back. The crowd itself, they are chanting, "Turn your backs."
Hey, Miguel, hold on for a second, Miguel. I want our viewers to hear what they are chanting right now. Let's listen in briefly.
Satisfaction of knowing that they're upset with him, but there is great anger and upset in this area today. And let's just listen to a little of this commotion here.
follow the march.
So it appeared to me that the president actually moved off in a different direction, and this was an ancillary unit that was moving down this way. But just thousands of people in Squirrel Hill registering their upset and concern with the president being here, feeling that it just brings the wrong message. Wolf?
There you go. Thousands of mourners, essentially, feeling that the president brings the wrong message. I mean, that's pretty stunning. You have these people who are out there, reacting to a white supremacist, white nationalist going in, gunning down 11 people, and just to hear the words of the anger mounted as they found out the president was coming. That's, this is only several thousand people, but if anybody can point to any dynamic in American history where the people around in a community who have suffered a tragedy like this just out and out reject the visit of the president.
In fact, I think nothing analogous under Obama directly, obviously, but there were always stories of Obama going sometimes to communities that might not have had a huge amount of support for him, and the reports always being like, I didn't vote for the guy, but it's so good he's here. It's been so helpful. Thank you. That was always the case with him.
And obviously there was anger towards George Bush in the wake of Katrina in New Orleans, but the U.S. government was implicated in what happened there.
They did it. That's totally different. They didn't do the hurricane, obviously, but they were complicit in the failures.
They were complicit in the failures of helping people. I mean, there's no one, there's not a similar dynamic here. I mean, it's pretty stunning. Although I think one could argue that Donald Trump has at least some complicity in terms of the energizing the narrative that at least this guy embraced and espoused. I mean, he specifically mentioned the caravan, and frankly, that is a non-news story, and that the Jews were responsible for bringing that caravan in, or I guess to southern Mexico. So pretty stunning.